This is London with Bitcoin Spike and VIP Trader. Let's go over the details for the New York close. We have some information. I want to start off with Bitcoin. I want to let you know that the top side target on the breakout over the 20 moving average has hit, boom, into where? Now, we covered this in the back over the weekend, definitely for our VIP number one trade group. What's going on, guys? It's London, former hedge fund owner, private, non-SEC, not financial advice. Looking at that upside target hit, boom. I want you just to reinforce one issue on the monthly time frame for Bitcoin before we go over some details. Very important on the technical dynamics of Tesla, on the technical dynamics of NVDA, which we're going to extract and apply as we choose in the markets. And we'll go over why we focus on equities and particularly on the open and the close, the opportunities it provides in a highly liquid dynamic, okay, in a highly liquid environment to assess some technicals so that we can bring those over into our Bitcoin and other high liquidity, those other assets that we would have an expectation of higher liquidity on crypto. In terms of the move though, on the specific monthly chart, I want you to look at the specific candle set up and over onto the 20 moving average on the monthly time frame. I want you to see our tactic that we guys share along with New York Institute of Finance, where Wall Street goes to school. Pro traders go to school at the New York Institute of Finance. But do you see that candle set? Bam, on the 20 moving average, boom. And then do you see this specific completion to the upside band? Boom. That's what we're looking at. That's what we were looking for. That's the type of move based upon the strategy that we continually bring to your attention. That's a 40+% move, 42, 43% move. So check out that monthly chart. That is a showstopper of a move. I'm going to tell you guys, beautiful move, completion to target, without a doubt. Now, let's dig into the details. I wanted to talk to you specifically and particularly about Tesla. Now, we're T-minus about 8 or 9 minutes. In terms of the close, remind you this is not intended for live trading. We are, guys, way behind in terms of the specifics for the delay function of YouTube. We appreciate it because it keeps the notion that anyone want to trade live just out of the realm of possibility, that delay that you're going to get between now and your trading, etc. Review the disclaimer at the beginning of the show as well. Now, looking at the price action today, I told you that we'd be long up and over and we'd be short down and under what specific level? Let's pay attention. This is on Tesla. It traded well today, didn't it? It was a nice move back to the upside after paying, this is the 20 moving average, the bears, right? Then trajecting back up and over that 20 moving average, that daily simple moving average, the 20 moving average. We trajected down, gave the bears a bit of a reprieve there, 2.5 or 2.6% to the downside. What did we hit to the downside? We came into contact with the specific 20 moving average of the 4 hourly, a critical time frame that we look at frequently. Then we crossed over that specific daily that I was looking for the over under, right? That over under, long over, short under. If you traded short under, well, that was an opening trade early today. And I want to tell you this, because it's a highly liquid asset, period. Right? Tesla's traded by a lot of people, a lot of firms. As we look at that, we have a difficulty sometimes in crypto finding really highly liquid quality assets amongst the cryptos. Let's just say, guys, you know that as Bitcoin will stall from time to time, we need the reinforcement of something that's highly liquid. We just do. So we have our watch list in terms of our primary trading I'd say our primary trading focals here between Bitcoin, Solana, Doge at times can be liquid. Ethereum at times can be really liquid, right? But guys, Matic at times can be highly liquid. So what we do with equities on the open and close, we are looking at what is a highly liquid asset? How is it behaving so that we can apply that to our Bitcoin trades, which is the most highly liquid asset in crypto, right? We just struggle to find sometimes some really reliable data sets in crypto because of the altcoin phenomenon, etc. Now, why did I want to talk to you today? Pay attention. I wanted to talk to you because looking at the move today, I want to reinforce Cupature and handle. Nice pattern for Tesla, move to the upside. We'll do a recap here on Bitcoin, but there was an important one you just missed if you just tuned in, okay? Rewind that and watch that. Specific, okay, amplitude of this Cupature and an abbreviated handle, boom, pop to the upside. We like to see these, and bam, move to the upside. We completed full force, full throttle to the upside. That's a nice move, a very nice move. Notice the head fake here, boom, up and over, recapitulation down to the 30-minute simple moving average. Yes, indeed, you need your charts. I'm going to tell you guys, you need your charts laid out so you can catch these different moves. That would be Bitcoin, which we'll catch in a moment. But I want to lay out something very important. As you see this cup and handle, bam, move to the upside right now. This is still the Tesla chart. You'll see this move to the upside, downward sloping channel. You'll see where we're at right now. Nice rebound off that 4-hourly 20 moving average. You got that right. Take a look, and I see, I think, Venus in the chat. What's up, Venus? Nice to see you today. Hope all is well. Now, move to the upside. Downward sloping channel, bull flag. You got it right. What's it accompanied with? Well, we have this left shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's going to give us an angled neckline. I'm not super excited about that, right? I don't want an angled neckline all the way up to here and push around and not have broken out yet. That's a dynamic in play to remind yourself of as you look at this inverse head and shoulders. The bull flag is a nice one. What did we run into as well? I'm not going to draw, guys, I'll draw it out. The expansion framework of what we ran into here, that volatility expression. So you would say it's not a perfect bull flag. Look, we fell out of that bull flag. We love to fall out of bull flags. We love finding any expression of increasing volatility between the bulls, bears, handoffs at each level of support, resistance, support, boom, up and out. Now, listen up. The specifics here that require our attention are the following. First of all, if you caught this move around the 50%, we can go back through on the macro. You did that. We did that this morning. Don't worry about it, okay? In terms of the technicals, as they would present themselves to us, what would we be looking at right now, ideally from a bull perspective? We would be looking at, I want you to apply this over to Bitcoin because Bitcoin's starting to borrow more and more of these patterns. We're just noticing it as we look through NVDA, as we look through Tesla, we're just noticing there's more that we can apply to our Bitcoin trades. I want to shout out to Skip McBride. Skip, hope you're doing well. Nice to chit chat with you today. Great trader, guys. Long-term bull. Have to say that without a doubt. Long-term bull in the house. So in addition, guys, what we're looking here is at another cup and handle. Yes, it is. We have a bit of a challenge. And bulls are going to have to, A, break out of this zone. Note the specific candle wick feature to the upside, providing an additional hurdle level beyond the lines on the 15-minute. The reason we're discussing all these details and all these parameters, and it seems like there's no good answer in sight, I will tell you this. We discuss all the complications on every single pattern until we run into patterns that have no complications. And everybody's pointing on this one or that one, and we're saying, hey, you notice how simple and how cleanly laid out this is, how we have confirmation on every single time frame. That's how you attack the market, with some discipline, and yes, you will note those specific opportunities wherein there is really no problem with pattern X, Y, or Z. You've just identified an asset X, Y, or Z, right? So as we look at this, ideally, we're looking for a breakout up and over the 224. The fact that we're just tapping along this level of resistance, I'm just going to say it could be a nice move, and it could get us up into this parallel carry. If I were to, guys, take a specific level of support carry up feature here to the level of resistance across the top on the 15-minute, this zone is indicated. This zone, this level of resistance, that parallel carry up is indicated. It just is, okay? In terms of the swing nature from the support, resistance, support, we would expect to hit along this line. There's just a chance, okay? There's a chance. And guys, I'll let you know if you're like, well, you don't want to miss this chance. Like typically, it's just the probabilities are screaming based on back testing of the last 40 years, right? We would just say, here, there's a good chance. There's just a chance, guys, that we would, the market's definitely looking at this, that we would what? That we would pop this and want to go to the upside. Now, it's Tesla. There's been a bit of FUD in the air, so we'll tell you that the traders who will do best, what? They have a position down here, and they're able to rock and roll and carry, or they picked up on the 4-hourly today, on the 20 moving average, on the 4-hourly push today. Yeah, on the 20 moving average. So if you're looking at just getting in now and it looks exciting, yeah, the market's seen Johnny come latelys come and leave in the past. You know that. The ideal situation, though, as you're looking at, if we weren't just knocking on resistance, I would tell you, hey, no big deal. Do pay attention to that specific level of resistance as it's represented on the hourly. Go ahead and take a look at on the hourly. Let's flash through the specific 4-hourly, and this would be the fly in the ointment. If we were to look at one specific detail here, it's going to be the need for You guys see where we're headed here, and I know that you noted this on your charts most likely, but it's going to be a bit of a rising wedge. Okay, so the rising wedge feature, it is in play on the 4-hourly. We don't necessarily like this constriction. It's just going to require the bulls to push up, out, and over into a parallel function. We're not crazy about entry. And again, in terms of the drop, let's just pay attention to this. In terms of the specific drop or entry, always lower, period, guys. Enter your longs low. Let it be a good example for how we trade. We like to grab it deep, period. We grab them deep, guys. In terms of the longs, we grab the shorts high, without a doubt. So this is an attractive feature on several time frames, a bit mitigated on the 4-hourly. I'm just paying attention to the 15-minute, which has been a strong time frame, and I'll just tell you, we're just knocking nearly on the door of resistance. Tesla has been volatile enough, and mark these words, Tesla has been volatile enough, as we see New York close. Tesla has been volatile enough to allow anybody who wanted to trade almost any day to hit the open, see where price is going, and to be a part of price action. We would love to have Bitcoin trading like that. We just don't, so we pay attention again to Tesla. We pay attention to that high velocity situation we get on market open versus market close. And I just wanted to bring this specific pattern to you. Remember that this a bit of a rising wedge on that 4-hourly. But as we look at this feature, it has gotten the attention of the bulls. I'll just tell you guys, it got my attention, so I wanted to bring it to your attention. We will see if bulls can get up, out, and over. You'll need for that bull flag to start manifesting itself, guys, displaying itself to be that move to the upside downward sloping channel. You'll need to go to the candle wicks to see that kind of that micro bull flag in play. Now, of course, always on this type of a technical, you could have retracement back and through to preceding line of resistance, can be a magnet. At least we know what. If we are to open here or below, we have targets below. Indeed, yes. When you guys hear me say lower entries govern, you know it already. You already know it, okay? Period. Taking a look at the specific lower side target, VIP action in terms of an upside apex we would need to leave behind if we achieve that breakout. So this is an exciting pattern framework to look at, and we got this today. Very nice to say, hey, well, look at what we got today. As we are looking at another cup and handle, what can we bring over to Bitcoin? Take a look at the cup and handle. This is on the daily for Bitcoin. This is a nice pattern. We know this. Now you're going to have, as you guys know, and I'll let you review all the specific targets in play that we have. Looking at that specific 38.2 right now, that 20, what is this guy, 37,419, 37,005 over under is going to be the critical level. I want to ask you the question as today, as you looked at the specific 20 moving average on the daily for Tesla, were you able to trade that over under on the 20 moving average? I'm going to argue that you were. I'm going to argue that if you get better at that specific, I'd say that tactic in terms of trading over or under a specified price level, that you're going to find managing the market a whole lot easier and more rewarding, okay? Being up and over, bit of a fake out, down back below, nice trade. This is the specific daily on Tesla, and bam, back up, out, and over, and look at that nice move. Once we broke through that level that we identified early in the day, it becomes a matter of execution, doesn't it? Really, it becomes a matter of execution. Now, in terms of Bitcoin, we're at the same exact level. So if you paid attention or were a part of Tesla today, you're getting the same practicum very quickly, guys, very quickly, that you're going to apply to Bitcoin, which is the king of volatility. We like it for such a reason. It's the king of volatility. If I were to say, for instance, on 35K, 37K, we really started off really far below at the 200 moving average, which was in and along. Let me go in here to the daily. Looking at let's just say the critical levels, the trade lines. If we were to look at the specific line here at around the 27.5, that was the 200 weekly moving average. What did I say for 2 months? We're long over, short under. Yeah, down in this zone. Long over, short under, right? So you saw today Tesla that paid. It wasn't overly complicated. True, you could have executed, right? But getting that framework in quickly from something that's moving quite a bit in a day is very advantageous. And I want to encourage you that, yeah, you can find technicals on crazy coin XYZ in the crypto market, but the technicals you're looking at could be awful. All right, so as we're looking for volatility, yes, as we're looking for dependability and real actionable technicals to incorporate into our tactics, that's why we're focused on the open and the close. That's it. That's why we're focused on equities. These are big book assets. These are traded by heavy hitters and large institutional interests, so we don't expect them to misbehave. As we look at an asset like Tesla, or as we look at an asset like NVDA, we expect there to be some good old-fashioned surprises in the market, but we don't expect there to just be chaotic misbehaviors and inability to trade. That's what you'll run into on chaos coins. And you guys know that's one of the biggest challenges we have, is as we're applying fundamentals of technical analysis to make sure that we have a legitimate field of application that we can delve into. So that's why we're really in the mix for equities. We love them, guys. Just the dependability that they provide. Give me a chart that's going to be handed around, please, to a board of directors somewhere. I want to see that chart. I want to know about the technicals on that chart. Not necessarily crazy coin XYZ. That's never gonna make the front page of anything other than, you know, how many people should not have traded it, because it could be undependable. So with that said, measure your risk, guys, in terms of some of these lesser coins or investments. Now, in terms of Bitcoin, back to it, coverture, handle, you got it. So we just saw that today again on what? We saw it today on Tesla. Now, what would be the equivalent of what we just saw on Tesla? It'd be 47,246 in quick fashion without an interruption. We'd be at 47,250 ASAP. I mean, we'd be flying straight there if we took the same road that Tesla took today on the micro. Again, fashioning in and applying the specific technicals from the lower time frame of the move we got today on Tesla. You guys saw that again. You want to replay that real quickly. But the move that we got today on Tesla doesn't look like it. Like, where are we talking about here? Hold on. Where's that coverture and handle that played out to 100% that would get us up to the specific 47,000? I just don't see it. Okay, well, here it was, bam, today we saw the specific coverture and handle. Boom, here's the coverture, here's the handle, and bam, that acceleration out to what point? You got it, up to, if we're gonna draw out from the low to the high, bam, bam, and draw over, you see the completion of that 100% based on the amplitude of the coverture and handle. That's on the 15-minute time frame. So yes, looking at that amplitude move, boom, we'd be at 47K if we could somehow get the energy out of that small time frame in terms of the 15-minute on Tesla and apply that over to Bitcoin. Let me see real quickly here, 1 second. Okay, 4-hour pro lower line. That makes some sense. We're grinding along those pro levels again. Fire and ice. I'm just getting a phone call on Bitcoin. Wanted to check that real quickly. So what we are at right now is another over under. Okay, now you just saw that in terms of the specifics on the daily on Tesla. You see how this practicum just shows itself quite well, right? It's a pleasure to talk about something that's moving quickly in terms of a technical application that we can take over that tactic and apply into Bitcoin, and it can register. You can make sense. It's on something that's validated in terms of being a highly sought after and highly liquid asset that we can try and conform our expectations to on Bitcoin. You got it right. Nice to see that. Taking a look at the specifics of the 38.2, the 37,500 has been my over-under that I've told you guys. That's my line in the sand. Much like that, the equivalent would be to the 20 moving average that we saw today on the daily for Tesla. And it was a great example because today you got the opportunity to short. You know, let's just say tactically it gave an opportunity to the market to short at that 20 moving average below. Bulls, we're waiting for the opportunity to take it back from the bears and did back up and over the specific 20 moving average. So the bears made some money, the bulls made some money, and we're in a position now where it's going to be an exciting day to trade. But that specific line in the sand methodology definitely played out. Your trade line played. Here would be a trade line at 37, let's just call it 37.5. That's been the level that I have, let me go 37,500. That's been the level that I have been discussing. And you can just, once you start to realize that if we're at an important level, we want to own it long. We really want to own it. This is what I'm going to continue to reinforce until this practicum becomes easier for you. We want to own a level, that's it. Okay, if Bitcoin's at $15,000, we want to own 15,000. Well, how do you know it's going to go up? That's going to be the question. How do you know it's going to go up? You're going to own it. You're going to own it the wrong way. No, you don't get it. I want to own 15,000 Okay, long if we're over. I want to own 15,000. Short if we go under. That's it, right? 60,000 or $100,000 Bitcoin. Perfect. That's great. What do we want to do on 100,000? We want to own it. We want to own Bitcoin at $100,000, meaning, well, but what if it goes down? That's perfect. Then we'll own it short. You got it? So as we look at 37,500, the discipline is twofold. One, making sure you catch the over under. Okay, making sure you catch the over under. That's going to be the first level of practicum and discipline. Setting alerts, guys, using your technicals and your technology. I'll just say that's going to be obviously front and center on this, paying attention, obviously, to the pattern development that's going to be ongoing. But as you were to look at this, maybe a two-part practicum, if we were to discuss the specific over, under, long, short on 37,500, we're going to own Bitcoin at 37,500. Long, over, short, under. Right? What's wrong with that? Well, everyone wants it to go up. Oh, I see. Everyone wants it to go up except whom? Except who? The only guy that doesn't mind is the guy who says, well, that's fine if it goes down. I'm going to own it at 37,500. He has not a care in the world. The one who shows up in the market while everyone else is itching for it to go up. The guy who's consistently able to say, no, that's fine. I'm just going to own it at 37,500. Oh, really? So while the rest of the market is in a panic-stricken state, wanting, hoping, praying, oh, please, 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 Bitcoin needs to go up. Really? Except who, guys? Except the guy who's ready and the girl who's ready to own it at 37,500. Oh, no, but it didn't go up. No, it went down, and so we own it short. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So that's part of the discipline is going to be staying in tune with the market enough technically with your technology, guys, so that you can, guys and girls, so that you can own it and you can catch the move. That's part of it. The second part of the move, I'm just going to say, or the second part of the discipline is going to be what? First part, you got to stay in technically, okay? The second part is if you've picked a level that has a lot of volatility in and around, and we talked about this on Solana a little bit, if you have a level that's got a lot of volatility, maybe a psychological level, maybe a level that's going to be revisited quite a bit with just a grind in and along, you want to own it long and short, long and short, right? So the issue is going to be what? Well, to the extent that it's like a swing trade paradise here and we're just going to grind along a line, I guess I'm also going to use my fire and ice and I want to own this long and short. And we're going to own this long and short. We're going to own this in terms of, or let's say we're going to be able to participate in the range dynamics in addition to owning it long and short. Now, you may feel challenged right now because the market can be challenging in that regard. It can be challenging in the regard, okay, to allow or not the trader who says, well, that's fine. I want to go long, over, short, under for Bitcoin. And I'm also going to catch the specific. I'm also going to catch the specifics in terms of the, let's just say in terms of the range opportunities as they would present themselves in this zone. So it's really a two-part discipline that I would recommend, okay? Now, I'm gonna have to let you guys go. I have a guest here at HQ, and I had forgotten about that. So, sir, please, one moment, and I will be with you guys in the morning. I have to go get this. It's very important. Glad we went over the details. Way to cover Tesla. Nice job today, guys. Let's hit the open tomorrow. This is London with Bitcoin Spike and VIP Trader.